If any of you are in a rut right now, I'm gonna help you because same, I'm in a rut right this moment as we speak, and I've been in this rut for the past week now, just feeling a little bit like, I can't really explain, that's not really an explanation of how I feel, but I've just been feeling a bit weird. So I'm gonna share with you the things that help me to get out of these situations, because it's not comfortable and it's not nice, we don't like it, and we ultimately want to be happy and we want to be the best versions of ourselves. So I'm gonna share a few words of encouragement.
Everybody's like, he's no item, please don't like him, he don't wife him, he one night some.
Now, this wasn't the video that I planned to do, so I really do apologise for the pathetic pillow in the background and just the whole background in general and my appearance, but it's okay, we have to proceed. Firstly, I want you to know that this isn't going to last forever. You're not going to be in a rut for the rest of your life. If you take action and do the things that I'm going to tell you in this video, you're not going to stay in this rut. It's not going to happen, and that is how life works. Life is full of ups and downs, and unfortunately this is kind of like one, and I feel like being in a rut is kind of not necessarily a down, but it's not necessarily an up. It's more that murky middle ground, which sometimes can feel just as bad as being like in a down moment. So yeah, that's just a nice little affirmation for you. Is that even an affirmation? I don't know, but that's just a nice thing for you to consider, bear in mind when watching this video. Just knowing that you're not going to be in this rut forever. Even if you don't take on board any of the things that I'm telling you, you'll probably be fine next week. You'll probably be out of the rut at some point in time. So don't stress too much. Secondly, don't try and force your feelings and try to force all this positivity when you're not feeling it, because sometimes that can make you feel so much worse. And I feel like I speak about this all the time, but forced positivity is just horrible. I hate it. It is so annoying. And I'm not saying that you need to be miserable or a horrible person, because I equally hate that too. Like, that is not the one. But also, sorry about my chair squeaking. But sometimes you can just allow yourself to feel neutral. You don't need to be feeling extremely happy or extremely down. Sometimes you are just in the middle, and that's completely fine. Don't try and force yourself to feel really positive if that's just not where you're at, because it's just going to make you feel rubbish. However, I am an advocate of stepping into a higher vibrational state in whatever way that we can, even if that's so tiny. I've spoken about this before, but the vibrational scale, work your way up that slowly. You don't need to suddenly ascend right to the top of the mountain when you're at the bottom straight away, because if you did that in real life, you would die. It's just facts. I read a book about it. The book is The Man Is You. That's a very good book. You can make tiny little steps. You can literally take one step at a time into getting to the very top of that vibrational scale. So put on some nice neutral music, put on some high vibrational frequency music, or some lo-fi beats. I love the Jazz Hop Cafe because they have like nice little pictures and nice little sounds, and it's just really nice to put on in the background. Put something like that on and just kind of get yourself back to that neutral state. Don't try and force anything, because you can't force anything. It's not going to work. So some other ways that you can raise your vibrational frequency, or if that language kind of doesn't resonate with you or doesn't feel right to you, just kind of think of it like making yourself feel 1% better than you did before. But what I like to do when I'm in a rut is drink lots of water. I put lemons in today to feel extra fancy. Just water will do. Drink lots of water. Flush out all of the toxins and the horrible things in your body that need to be flushed out. Kind of view it as like a cathartic way of just flushing out all the bad vibes. Think of it like you are literally flushing all the bad vibes out of your system and all that stagnant energy out of your system. Talking about stagnant energy, move your body. Literally just move. Stretch your body. Do a little walk. Do some yoga. Anything that's going to get your body moving is great for getting yourself out of a rut, because you are moving that stagnant energy in your body. You're moving it about. You're getting it flowing, and as a result, you as a whole being will start to flow more and flow out of the rut. The next thing I would say is to eat vegetables. Like, just eat loads of vegetables. This is just going to make you feel better, and when you feel better in your body, your mind feels better as well. It's a no-brainer. And if you don't like vegetables, you can have green smoothies, green juices. You can even get those like athletic greens, green powder things. I would recommend though just eating some vegetables, like just suck it up with a lot of things, because I didn't used to like vegetables, but I had to force myself to like them when I was a kid because I had to eat them. So I would probably just advise just suck it up, just eat them, because it's good to like vegetables. They just make you feel better, and I love vegetables. I love them so much. Can't have a meal without vegetables. It makes me sad. If you do eat vegetables, but you've maybe been slacking, maybe you've been eating some fast food more often than you should be, just make a conscious effort to eat more vegetables. I literally have asparagus tips sat on my desk to remind me to eat my vegetables. That is not the reason, but they're on my desk and I'm gonna have that whole pack for my lunch, or with my lunch. I'm gonna have salmon. But yeah, eat some like nice, healthy, nutritional foods. Get your vitamins in, because that is gonna have a drastic effect on how you're feeling. And it might not be an instant thing. You would probably feel better to eat a takeaway or processed foods and processed sugars. That will give you an instant kick, I guess, but it's not gonna last. If you wanna get out of this rut in the long run, you're gonna have to start looking after your body. So this week I've been in such a rut. Everything's just felt a bit weird. I can't really explain it. I've just felt a little bit melancholy. It even feels weird talking right now. I don't know why, but I've just accepted the fact that I'm in a rut. But just because I'm in a rut doesn't mean that I can't get things done still. Life goes on, the world keeps turning, and I have to get things done. There's no stopping. Yes, you can have a rest day and you can allocate some time to fully rest and not have to do anything. It doesn't matter that the world's still turning and you're resting. That doesn't matter at all. You can rest, but the world doesn't stop turning. And if you've got things to be done and you've got deadlines and jobs, then you need to get them done. So this week I have just set myself the bare minimum tasks to do. I've given myself, I say the bare minimum this week is like looking like the maximum, to be honest, but I've kind of tried to keep it quite simple and write down the most important things that I need to get done this week and allocate them to different days. Even if that's just doing one thing on each day, you are going to feel so much better at the end of the week if you have done one of those things on your to-do list on each day, which is very easy. You can do one thing in a day. That's completely doable. And then at the end of the week, you're going to feel so much better because you've done 7 things. Whereas if you didn't allocate these things to be done, you probably wouldn't do them. They'd probably just be in a big long list somewhere, unallocated and just floating in the abyss. Make sure that you just allocate the things that you need to do, like the things that you actually need to do. But everything else, just kind of put on the back burner and allow yourself to just kind of rest a little bit, eat your vegetables, move your body, all that kind of self-care stuff. And finally, I just want to say that every situation that we're in, every feeling that we feel is an opportunity for us to learn something. Now, if you're in a rut, you are learning how to deal with those emotions. What a lot of people do is they cover up the uncomfortable feeling of being in a rut by resorting to things that give them instant gratification, such as social media and processed food, processed sugars, everything that's bad for you. Completely forgot what I was saying then, but I've remembered now. So everything that we're feeling is an opportunity for us to learn. So if you're in a rut, you can really choose to learn from that. Rather than cover up the uncomfortable feelings, you can choose to get curious about it and get curious of the ways that you can actually get yourself feeling a little bit better. Maybe use this as an opportunity to have a little bit of downtime and do some journaling, do some inner child work, shadow work. Use this time of you feeling a bit to kind of just explore and get curious and learn about yourself, because you don't get opportunities like that very often. I mean, you might, to be honest, that's such a lie. I get them quite frequent. But generally, you want to be feeling happy, and when you are feeling happy, you're focusing on the things that you need to get done and you're being really productive. But if you're having a down moment, then this is the perfect opportunity for you to just relax, rest a little bit, get curious about how you're feeling and figure out ways that you can kind of work through it. Now, as I say, I am still in this rut now. I'm still feeling a bit like, but I found it so helpful having this channel to kind of keep me grounded and to keep me accountable, I guess, because I know that I have to upload 3 YouTube shorts every single day. That is the goal that I set for myself, and that is what I'm gonna do. I know that I need to get this video out tomorrow, so despite the fact my other video didn't work out, and despite the fact that I've actually filmed this one about 5 times and I've just not been happy with it, I need to just get it done. It's not easy, it's not comfortable, I don't like feeling like this, but I have to just do things because otherwise they're not going to get done, and I'm just going to feel so much worse because in a week's time I'll feel like I have nothing to show for the week just gone. I need to make sure that I am held accountable for my shit. So potentially this could be a perfect time if you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel or start a project. This is the perfect time for you to start that project, because you can really anchor down on that and it gives you something to hold on to in times like this where you just don't really feel like you have a purpose. Give yourself a purpose and work towards that, even if it's not easy, because the reality is that it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes you're going to be faced with resistance and difficult times, difficult situations, but it is just how you deal with it and how you process it all. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that this is like a little bit of a shorter one today. I'm probably not, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything yet, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. I am so grateful that my subscriber count keeps growing and growing and growing every single day. I'm very, very grateful and I love it. I would love to get chatting with you guys and get to know you guys. So leave me a comment down below, just with anything. If you just need someone to talk to, if you need some support, if you need some advice, I'm always here, and I'm always here to be your biggest cheerleader and be there for you through these weird times like now, being in a rut. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with my day. I'm gonna continue drinking my water. I'm gonna eat my vegetables and hope that a better day will come soon, which it will, hopefully tomorrow. No, we don't put time limits on it, but just go with the flow. Okay, I love you so much. See you in my next video.
She don't agree with him, she's mad at that. He's not having that. So those opposites attract like magnets. She sees more than a Benz wagon, the friends tagging along, the flashy nigga.